But look, in the studio with me today is Eunice Ratidzo Tava. Eunice, welcome.
Thank you, Patience, and compliments of the new season.
You know what, Kai? Eunice, you're just too humble.
Oh.
For the many things that you've done with your life and the things that you've done in the industry, I don't know how you just stay the same. For how long have we known each other?
We've known each other for the past 10 years, I guess.
Because
Remember, yeah,
because you used to work with Rooftop Promotions.
Oh, yes. Theater.
But tell us your story. How did it all begin?
Okay. Eunice Ratidzo Tava is an actress. I do acting for both theater and film. I'm also a voiceover artist. So I was born in Kwekwe, grew up in Mondoro and Bulawayo. And then I moved to Harare. Now ndo mandiri muno permanently. I don't have any plans to leave Harare.
And we don't want you to leave.
You don't want me to leave?
We don't want
thank
you
you.
to
Yes,
leave.
I have no plans to leave Harare. I may leave Harare temporarily, but this is my permanent base.
Well, we are happy to have you. And so when did your acting career begin? What was it, theater first? Was it film first?
Oh, yes. When I moved to Harare, remember I was in Bulawayo, I met a lady, she's now late, Benilda Tandi. I had passion in acting. Kukura kwangu kwese, ndiri munhu aitongozvida zvekungoita zvekuacta even when I was...
waiti pakangoungana hama chete uvoita manyemwe.
Unfortunately, pandaikura I didn't have the chance yekuita izvozvo, but tumanyeme twaioneka. So kwandainyanyo-zviratidzira kwanga kuri kuprimary ndokwazvaibudira, and the family would hear a lot of stories about me. Kamwana kenyu kawana award, kamwana kenyu kapiwa prize kuchikoro yekuacta. So from there, it's something that was in me. When I moved to Harare, I then met a lady, Benilda Tandi. She then introduced me kuna Washington Masenda, we yainzi together as one. It's still there actually in High Foods, because ndandamuudza kuti, you know what, I have passion in acting, so I don't know how you can link me up. Never know it izvozvo, because I always see myself pamwe ndichizobudawo pa TV. That was my dream, and it happened. So Benilda linked me with Washington Masenda, and from there I also had a chance to work with the late Sebastian Maramba. Remember, this was theater. Yeah, I didn't go to...
You also worked with the late Walter well.
Yes.
You know what, Guy? Every time I think of Walter, my heart aches.
Oh, yeah. He's
not celebrated enough, that man.
He's a legend.
Died too soon.
He's still a legend.
And so if you're just tuning in, this is Backstage, proudly brought to you by Spotless. Any questions at all you have for Eunice Tava, send them through. Shakmanship! What's up with you, Shakmanship? Aiwa, Shakmanship, kana ndiri pana banchanzi mbuyo nati. Ndiri peshi. Ndiri mu youth so. But look, a lot of us may not know who Eunice Tava is, but she's done amazingly on stage, behind the camera. Now, let's talk about some of the productions that you've worked on, theater as well as film.
Okay. In theater, I've worked with Rooftop Promotions mostly. I've also worked with Jason Mpepo, Daniel Mapos of Savannah Trust, Vana Kontu Mhlanga in Bulawayo, ndichingopareta as a freelance. So I've done more than 25 plays, actually, theater performances. And I've also performed on international stages. Edinburgh Festival, I've performed in Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Munom Africa. I've been to as far as East Africa. Ndichishandana na Rooftop Promotions mostly, and these plays that I'm talking about, the likes of Election Day ndakai director ndini. So nice. I'm talking of productions dzakanyorwa nana Stephen Chufunyise, Family Affairs, dzakanyorwa dzakawanda dzacho, and then Vana Heaven's Diary, which was directed by Stanley Mambo. I think you still remember him working with on Studio 263. He's the one who directed that one, Heaven's Diary. Ndo production yakanyatsondipinza chaipo. It's a play that was written by Daniel Maposa, and then it was directed by Stanley Mambo. Saka ndo yakanyatsondipinza pachaunga panozvi palight race. And I remember the journalists back then, they used to write articles vachiti Eunice aambofaka actor kudarika apa zvaaita apa atifungi kuti
Do you agree with them though?
I don't agree with them because I feel kuti ndakazoita zvinotodarika ipapo. That's what I think. Though vanhu ndo vanokuudza, and I always wait to hear from people as well, their comments, what they think about my performance, because when you're on stage, sometimes you
don't
yes,
see
you don't
things.
see kuti ndainyatsoita chaizvo, and most of the times you wait to hear from the director, and once the director says, you know what, that was a sterling performance, then you have all the confidence. So usually that's what happens.
Now let's talk about films. What films, movies have you been in?
Studio 263, yes, Studio 263, then Sebab D. I've also featured in Mirage. It's a film yakaitwa na John Jagu. Haisati yabuda zvayo, but it's going to be one of the best films, yeah, to come out from Zim. Ndakaita futi Ganyawe Express, and I also feature on Chipo, the Gift series, inobuda pasi TV, as well as YouTube. Ndikaita Saloon.com. Saloon.com is it's on YouTube. Ukatenda pa YouTube izvezvi unoiona. Yeah. I also featured recently. I featured in the story of Nehanda. I played the role of Nehanda, and yeah, that was my
Look,
recent
I'm gonna go back to Nehanda.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But there's a movie that you were in that I watched the premiere. Yongori Chishanda mu prison.
Oh yes,
Dude,
Mirage.
you were amazing.
Thank you.
You were amazing.
Yes, that's Mirage.
You were
That's Mirage.
amazing.
Oh,
Oh
really?
yeah, it's in Mirage.
Yes,
You were
Mirage.
amazing in it.
The one yandaka actor ndiri chef ku prison, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
You were
yes,
amazing.
yes.
So of all the roles that you've played, which one do you think you say kuti I became this character. This is my favorite character.
I'll give it all to Mirage. I really enjoyed that character, that role that I played, Mirage.
Yeah. So you'll understand what we're talking about when it actually comes out. But who approached you for this role? Is this something that you ever imagined, playing?
I never imagined, because there's something fun about me, Patience. I'm one person anochka ma auditions zvekuti. So you find with most of the productions dzinoitika muno muZimbabwe, and attend ma auditions unless paita munhu ari kundishingisa. I don't know why, I just don't have confidence when it comes to auditions. So kazhinji kacho handiendi, and sometimes ndinongozoignore because ndisina confidence. I don't know why. So what happened with Nehanda was, ndindiri kutongofungawo kuti maybe that's what happened with the producers, kuti because it was still COVID payanga ichipisa and tanga tiri pa lockdown. So I got a message on the phone yekuti, look, if you want, you can audition for the role of Nehanda. We are doing this film, and you can audition per phone ipapapa. You can send a video clip to audition ipapa. And the whole day, andina kana chandakaita, andina kutomboita video yacho. Yeah, I was just nervous and I didn't have confidence, and kungofunga kuti mbuya Nehanda
Vakakupa script and everything, or you had to make
yes,
it up?
yeah, and ndakapiwa ka snippet. So this is what you're going to work with. So if you're ready, then you send the video clip. That's what we're going to use to audition you. I didn't have confidence in ndikati zvatanga. At least vaita havo vauya phone, because inini handina confidence nema auditions. And also kungofunga kungoti role yambuya Nehanda. One pane zvinhu zvakawanda zvandakatarisa ndakati I don't even look any closer to mbuya Nehanda. Andina kana ma-features avo, so how is it gonna work?
And then also there's no recording of her.
Exactly.
Video, you can then copy the way she speaks.
Yeah.
Gestures and stuff.
Exactly.
So how did you manage that though?
I don't know. Ndakambotry kuGoogle. I was looking for some stuff about mbuya Nehanda. So pandaedza kuGoogle, I didn't find anything. It was just a few pictures of her. Inapa ndandiri kutsvaga zvinhu zvekuti maybe I could bump into some footage ndoona how she walked, how she talked, kuti kana pamwe vaikakama kuti vanga vambori munhu akaita se. Unfortunately, maybe by the time yavakararama, it's because technology had not yet advanced like zvayaita iye zvino, so there wasn't much about mbuya Nehanda. So it was just those 3 pictures, and then I said no, regedza ndingotrayawo kungotiwo, because kwabva nemessage dzacho kungova nyaro vanhu vacho kuti vasazoti iwo au responded to macalls atinenge taita sei taita. And then I recorded that video clip towards the end of day kwakuda kuti unodoka, and then I sent in my video clip. Within 48 hours I then received a call yekuti you got the role yekuzoplaya mbuya Nehanda. So yeah, that's how I got the role. So
well, somebody has already listened. LP listening in from Melbourne says she is an amazing person on cast. So you see, all the work you're doing, you know, somebody's noticing out there. I know sometimes acting, especially in Zimbabwe, can be a really thankless job, but we see you and we appreciate you. And somebody's already asking for your social media handles. What are your social media handles?
Okay, on Facebook it's Ratidzo Chikore. On Instagram, it's Eunice Wedenga.
And yes, this is Backstage, proudly brought to you by Spotless. So, Inina, I watched the trailer, and I think they would never have cast it any better if they'd picked somebody else. I mean, you were perfect for it. You were perfect for it. So, how was the shooting? How was the rehearsals for you? And how long did it take for the whole to shoot the entire movie?
I'm not sure about time chaicho yavakatora. Remember kana uchiwa kuzoshuta iwo unongoyo for
party yako
and then you go, but zvimwe zvese izvi ndo vanenge vakuziva kuti zvakamira sei. So I'm not really sure about time iyoyo. But in terms of preparation, remember I had very long, beautiful hair.
I was going to ask you.
Yes, I had
check you and that was the one question I knew I was going to ask you. Did you cut your hair?
Exactly, I did, because pavakandiudza vakabvaudza vataura kuti we understand kuti you are aware kuti mbuya Nehanda vanga vari munhu from these pictures. Mbuya Nehanda munhu akaita sei, saka we're gonna cut your hair. Are you ready kuti tizokata vhudzi rako? So ndakangozonyanya kupushwa ne remuneration kuti at least I'm going to be handsomely paid, though zvinogona kuti mumwe munhu anogona kuti no, you could have been paid more than what you got, but tichitarisawo mamiriro akaita zvinhu, it's something that I was happy with. So ndakangoti yeah, of course I'm gonna cut my hair ngariende vhudzi so that ndino execute this role zvakanaka, or ndichatry. So it was cutting of the hair. The other thing usazoseke ausikufana upfeka bra for the next.
I was going to ask you that because I'm looking at the trailer right now, and I'm like, oh, Eunice. Oh.
Yeah, zvikadzi mabhandi ebra anogona kuzotidhindikira akabuda mbuya Nehanda, you know, her breasts were just like, you know, and every time I would try to suppress my breasts kuti maybe aite kunge kakunodonawo, haana kuzodonawo zvekudaro, saka I had to make them kuti aite kakunodona. So yeah, that's what I did. And then the other thing, ndakaita time chinyanyo gara ndega ndichidza kuda kupinda mucharacter because ndandisiri sure kuti zvichabuda here nekuti ndaitotyawo.
And afterwards, seeing everything, have you watched it all?
Yes, I've watched it.
And your thoughts? In conclusion, madam? You're hard on yourself.
I don't know, especially with the story of Nehanda. I may know because ndaienda pa social media ndichiona what people were saying and so forth. Saka ndakasara ndisisiri kuziva chokwadi kuti did I manage to execute this role well, or it was 50-50 or what? Up to now I don't know. Ndinoda kutonzwawo vanhu sezvandataura ina handiwanzogone kuzvijaja kuti ndagona here kana kuti handina, though there are times when you play a character unozvinzwa wega kuti pandinenge ndaita, but with Nehanda's role, I'm going to be very honest with you, handizivi kuti zvakabuda sei, saka ndinochitonzwawo nevanhu kuti vari kuzviona sei.
All right, Look, there are lots of messages here coming through for you, Hansi. Eunice is a great inspiration, and I love her. Keep shining, an equaled legend, and that's Africana listening through from Bellevue, Bulawayo. Also got a question here for you, Hansi. I'm an aspiring actor. What is your advice, for making it in Zimbabwe, especially and the toughest industry?
Yes, it's the toughest industry for sure. My advice, musikana kana kuti mukomana?
I'm not.
Okay. Chiregedza tingotaura in general.
It's a female.
It's a female, yeah. Kunyanya pavakadzi, my advice would be, as a female, this is the toughest industry yatiri. You have to stand your ground, because mune a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles. There's a lot of abuse that is happening right now, a lot of manipulation inoitika, and sometimes vari patopa taking advantage of you. Saka iwewe kana wakangwara, you need to stand your ground. Keep focused, remain focused, work hard. Usaite zvokutorwa advantage kuti maybe, you know what, I'm doing a favor. Don't believe in people doing favors. Don't believe in people doing favors for you. Iwewe, believe in what you believe in. As long as you've got that passion and iri genuine passion, you're gonna make it. And don't compare yourself nevamwe kuti maybe munopinda muri tu umwe munhu achipinda ipapo mangwana unonzwa kutoti anzi atutorwa kuSouth Africa mune imwe production. Iwewe mirira, there's always time and season for everybody. Yako time inokwana, as long as you've got passion, time yako inokwana. And also perseverance. Perseverance will make it happen for you. Saka usanyanya kukompea kuti vamwe zviri kuvaitira kana kuzozvidzikisira nekuti unenge uchiti I have no choice. Chinhu chinonzi I have no choice ngachibve. I have no choice. Stand for your ground. Stand for what you believe in. One day you're gonna make it. Unosvika chete, you achieve your dream.
And I love what you just said, because it just doesn't apply to females getting into the film industry or the entertainment industry. I think all the industries in general, be proud of getting somewhere because of your own work.
Yes.
Not because you had to do these favors and that and chi and do this and that. And these are things that you have to tell yourself from the very beginning.
True.
So now, how have you managed to stick to it? You said it yourself, but it's the toughest industry. And we know it is the toughest industry. So how have you managed to just stay strong and keep on at it?
That's the same thing Chandataura earlier on, kuti you need to remain focused. For me, acting, kana kuti entertainment is something that I believe kuti it's an inborn thing. So apana chinofanwa kuchizondikanganisa.
But Eunice, but unoramba uri focused sei kana une nzara.
Right.
I really love acting, but it's not feeding me and it's not looking after my family. So how does one navigate around such challenges?
Muno muZimbabwe, it seems like industry yedu haina kunyatsoti ine zvakawanda, ine challenges ayo, but maybe ndichataura from a personal experience. I don't know how others are making it, but this is me, so I'm gonna share my personal experience. When I decided to get into acting, pane zvinhu zvakawanda zvirimo muarts industry zvinowanikwa, so I didn't stick to acting only. Remember, pane zvinhu zvakamuka zvakaita vana haifa vakatanga. I made sure kuti ndakatrainer for stage management, so every time panoitika zvimwe zvinhu zve-entertainment, you may find me there ndiri kustage management. Kana ndisiri ikoko, sometimes unogona kundowana. Remember, ndataura nyaya acting kuti andina kugumira ipapo, ndairamba ndichitarisa kuona kuti maybe it's not enough, and neeconomy yedu zvayakaita, it's not enough. I may not be able kuti ndirambe ndichitosurvive muindustry iyoyo. Ndakaita zve-directing, ndakatrainer for directing. Saka you find kuti kana ndiri imomo muindustry, when I'm not on stage acting, I'll be directing. When I'm not directing, maybe I'll be stage managing my events anenge achiitika. When I'm not there, ndiri kuita zve-voice over. So zvese izvozvo zvinocontributa zvirimo muentertainment. Saka that's what has kept me going, because acting iri yega zvinogona kutadza kunyatsobuda, though for some like zvandataura kuti opportunities dzinouya nenguva dzakasiyana-siyana. Some are making it through acting yakazvimiririra, some are acting it vachiita zvimwe zvinhu zvakawanda-wanda. So it depends with the opportunities that come your way.
This is Backstage on my station, your station, ZiFM Stereo, proudly brought to you by Spotless. Now, earlier on, I was singing praises about the Spotless dishwashing liquid, and I got a few messages. Patience, dishwashing liquid, sea green, blue color. But let me tell you about this particular dishwashing liquid. It's the antibacteria lemon, and it's amazing, and it will just take care of the germs and make sure that everything is clean, because sometimes even some dishes my germs as well. So we need to also make sure that you make sure kuti icho chacho churugezeswa kwa plates chacho chakachena tikunatsochiwacha chichipiwa nguva yekuti chiwome as well. And so that's what this particular Spotless dishwashing liquid does. It not only cleans but also takes care of germs. Remember, you need to keep it spotless, and it's not clean until it's spotless. And on Backstage today, I have Eunice Ratidzo Tava. So stara ko chairo stara ko rakakura sei aiwa Eunice ngati andisikukuwanzire andisikuda kuseka because ndakaita research ndikaona pakubuda
I know
Deipi. So what is your full name?
I was waiting for that. I saw it coming. I was biologically born Ratidzo Tava. That's my full name. Unfortunately,
that's a beautiful name.
I don't know what happened kwa registrar. I think mama wangu vakajutwa vakanzi, you know what, this name is just too long for mwana wenyu.
Iwe waigona ere grade 1 iwe?
Ndaigona and I know kuti ndaigona kuzokurumidza kuibata, but vakangondityira vansvikadzi it's too long.
Unyoroti chi?
So vaizotanzi vamwana paunopedza kunyora mazita vekuti kana kuti Brian kana kuti Sheila iye anenge achiri pana Ratidzo paachazoenda kuchedenga, and then yakazongo yakangonzi Ratidzo ndobva yatoshortena, but my family members still call me Chiratidzo Chedenga in full, but then aso zviri pazvitupa saka Chiratidzo Chedenga ndichingoedza kuramba nchiremind hama dzangu kuti ndiripo ndini, because that's how they call me. Ratidzo Chedenga, and that's where, remember, the Chedenga part ndo pakava the name of the foundation, the charity organization that I run.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
When did that happen? There's some messages coming here for you. We'll read them after. Okay. So when did you start that? What is it about?
Okay, Chedenga Foundation is a charity organization that I registered about 2 years ago. It works to empower the vulnerable children. So yakatanga, it's something chakagara chiri mandiri kuti ndinenge ndichida ndikasvika panzvimbo ndida kuona kuti at least ndakwanisa kuita put a smile on someone's face, kana kungokonzeresa kuti pangove neimpact, pave nechange. So when I was growing up, ndiri mwana akangokura wachiti even kuchikoro ndaipiwa mari, you know, vanhu vanopiwa pocket money anditi inenge iri enough to buy maybe a frizzit and a packet of mapute. I would save that money zvisingazikanwi nefamily yangu, and they only got to know now kuti I used to save that money. Pandinenge ndakudzokera kumusha, I would make sure that for holidays I would make sure that I buy a few groceries that were enough zvaenderana nemari yacho. There was some old lady aigara kumusha kwedu, she had no one to look after her, so ndiye wandaivigira magroceries nerweseri, because I didn't want my family to know. Vaizoti mari waiwana kupi uri mwana womusikana, vaizoti maybe mwana hameno zvaakumisbehave panapa. So it's something chakagara chiri mandiri kuti ndenchida kungobatsira, but I didn't want people to know. So for the past 9 years ndanchivigira vana tea mustreet, and I would wake up as early as 6 o'clock because I didn't want people to see me. So sometimes I would cover myself ndopfeka like Muslim kuti vanhu vasandioneka kuti vasatore my pictures, because I believe kuti this was not for people to thank me, but it's something that I was just doing out of my heart, out of kindness maybe. So ndaingopa vana vari mustreet tea for the past 7 years kusvikira ndazoona vakomana 2 vakafa muna Speak. Same day, the other one akafa, I think he was said to have died around 4 a.m. and it was around 2 p.m. Pandikapfura nepo ndikubvunza vanhu kuti mukomana akarara, and then I realized kuti he was one of the boys vandaipa tea. The other one ari paside anenge akutotandadza. I tried kuti naivanhu
Chii changa chaitika?
I think
What
inyaya
happened?
dzetudoro tuya tuya
Oh,
saka
okay.
vanenge vasinganyatsodye. I think ndiri kungofungira but semunhu anga nekaexperience nekushanda nevarama vari mustreet ndindakangoconclude kuti maybe ndo zvinogona kunge zvamuuraya zvavauraya vana vaya vakazobviswa. And it broke my heart kuti vana ava ndini ndichivapa tea pese apa ndanchivapa tea, but it didn't help, it was not enough. Then I started to hold discussions in the streets navo kuti toita sei so that we focus on your future, so that we can build a better future for you. Most of them vakabva vaagreeya neni kuti mama, the best thing that you can do for us is to send us to school, because we believe that's the only tool to unlock a better future. So that's how it started. And namba yakaramba ichikura vana vaiuya vachida for help, saka ndakabva ndangoti it's better to.
So how many do you have now?
Right now, I have 2 who are enrolled at a boarding school somewhere in Mutoko, and they're doing exceptionally well. Hatina kana ma-complaints, ndiri kutogara navo. So vamwe vacho vari kwavanenge vari kuhama, vamwe ndakatora mustreet vakakwanisa kudzokera kuhama dzavo. So tinenge tichibhadhara mafees vari kwavari ikoko.
Okay.
Vamwe vacho ndinenge ndichingobasira. Taifanwa kunge taapa 8 but takadisturbwa nelockdown ndo yakambomisa zvinhu, but by end of this year hopefully number yedu inenge yakwira, depending on the resources.
You are a phenomenal woman. That's what you are.
Thank you.
Got a message here for you, Hansi. An amazing woman. She's working very hard in an industry dominated by men, and you did well on the story of Nehanda. Now hearing her voice, I can relate to some of the jingles I think she did.
Oh.
Keep pushing, mama.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, hey, you are just something else. And if there was something you could change in this film industry of ours, what would it be? If there was just one thing you would change, what would it be?
There are a lot of things, but I'm going to choose one, right? I'm going to choose one. Sekutaura kwawaita. Ndaida kumboti ndimbochinja timbova at least 1 full year rekuti vakadzi ndo vanenge vari paforefront vachirana film industry vari vakadzi, timboona kuti nyaya dzesexual abuse dzinoramba dziri pari zvadziri here iye zvino, kana kuti abuse inongoitika kumabasa kungoti 1 full year timbopa vakadzi, timbova empower, vamborana chinhu, vamborana film industry and see how far we go.
I hope that happens for you. I certainly hope so. Faith, good to know that you're tuned in. Also got Muchi Shamyarira, who's tuned in all the way from the UK. Good to know that you're enjoying this conversation we're having. Now, if you're just tuning in, maybe you're driving home or you're driving somewhere, you said this and that. This is Backstage, proudly brought to you by Spotless. Do look out for the various Spotless products out there. And today, really, I've been focusing on the Spotless dishwashing liquid, the antibacterial dishwashing liquid that is, and it's the nice blue-green, sea blue-green color there, and there's also a lemony one as well. So really, it's all about what works for you, different strokes for different folks. Eunice, yes. I cannot believe kuti nguva yedu yatopera kudaro. Can you believe kuti 30 minutes dziri that short?
Dzanyanya kuita diki. I wish we could.
I wish we could just do like an entire hour. But it's been lovely getting to know you, especially for me, looking at it that I've really known you for a long time in the industry, but we've never really had like a serious chat. So I'm grateful for this moment. And so what are your plans for 2022?
2022 ndinenge ndichishanda full time ku organization yangu, and remember ndichine entertainment iri kundida handiti, so I'm gonna try and balance the two kuti zvibatana, because andikwanisi kuzonyatsosiya ku-entertainment industry. Remember, that's where the resources or some of the resources are coming from. Dziri kubata kuchedenga nekubatsira, because chedenga haisati yane funding, so that's where the funding is. And also izvozvo the small contributions that I'm getting from a few individuals who always chip in up and up kuti vabatsira. And Peshi usakangani kuzudza vanhu kuti okay, Chedenga Foundation is on Facebook as well. Vanhu vaende kunoona zvandiri kuita ikoko vasapote, nekuti ndo pane moyo wangu. Yes, Chedenga on Facebook it's Chedenga Foundation. The page is Chedenga Foundation. It's also on Twitter as Chedenga Foundation. It's also on Instagram, Chedenga Foundation.
We'll certainly look it up. And
Sure.
your personal handles, social media handles, once more.
Ratidzo Eunice T Chikore, that's my Facebook account, and on Instagram it's Eunice Wedenga.
Chichi, thanks for coming through.
Chichi. Pane munhu anofarira kunditi Chichi. I hope he's listening. He's going to be happy to hear that Chichi is I have no problems with that.
Eunice,
It's my name, yes.
Ratidzo Tava, thank you so much for coming through. I wish you so much in the future. And I know, your story has so far. You have so many things to do out there, so many things to achieve, things, chasing the things of your heart and also your talent. Wishing you all the best. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you, Patience. Vateereri maita henyu.